Dave, you've got your works, yeah? All right.
Oh, it's a lovely day, Harry.
I'd promise myself I'd kill the next person who said that.
Well, I think it's a lovely day. It's good for the town, all those happy, smiling faces getting off the trains and streaming down to the beach.
Yeah, straight past the door of my museum.
Well, you can't always rely on the weather to drive them into your place. You've got to do something to pull them in.
What have you got in mind? A grappling hook?
Well, you've got to do something.
If I had the money, I'd bribe some of those coach drivers. I mean, they could whistle an old folks out and into my place before they knew what hit them.
You're not in a very positive mood, are you?
No.
Well, I must be off. Photos to take.
I hope your cheeks last out.
Cheeks?
Yeah. It's a wonder they don't crack with all that smiling you have to do.
I like smiling. A smile costs nothing.
When it's pouring with rain, I'll give you one. What do you think you're doing?
I'm going to put in the customers.
Look right on the death looking like that. Anyway, you did your clown stint when you handed out the leaflets of that circus.
I'm not a clown. Got it all worked out, you see. I stand here like this, and once people are trying to decide whether I'm real or not, I suddenly move. Everyone laughs, they're all in a good mood. I say, why not step inside? And they do.
That was Sybil's stupid idea for our pathetic carnival, wasn't it?
I happen to think it's a very good idea, and it'll work.
Rubbish.
Well, you just stand back and watch, all right?
All right. I can see you breathing. Your left leg's wobbling.
You think it's really?
Well, they can do some wonderful things these days. Shall I tickle it and see?
Oh, yeah. Why not step inside and see the real one?
We might as well. Oh, come on, Ernie, the pubs are open all day.
Four dozen fancy cakes. I'm stuck with them now. I ordered them for all those customers you were going to pull in.
Oh, very funny.
So what's happened to them then?
Well, they're caught on. The whole town knows by now there's this idiot standing outside pretending to be a waxwork. And then it turned into who can make me move first. Blowing smoke in my face and touching and prodding. I didn't like where some of them were prodding either, so I thought I'd come inside before I prodded back with the toe of my boot.
Well, that's 6, more than I've had in the last 2 days. I suppose you want commission?
Yep.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to go and take this off my face.
Well, you could always leave it on and do Madam Butterfly probably this evening. One fine day, I come, no.
I've got a good idea for you, Harry. A very good idea.
Does it involve a submissive blonde who does a bit like cleaning?
No. It's about you pulling more customers in.
You've been talking to Jace, haven't you?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact. Not that I needed to. I mean, I can see for myself how iffy your trade is, but when she told me about the takings...
She told you about my taking?
Well, she mentioned them.
What was she doing? Going over to your place with my balance sheet every night?
Harry, she's very worried about you.
All she's worried about is whether I can put a usual half-ton of sausages on a plate.
Look, do you want to hear this idea or not?
Yeah, all right. You go through and put the kettle on, I'll close up. Nobody's going to take any notice anyway.
Oh, hi, Dennis.
Oh, hello, Jace. Oh, sorry.
What? What's the matter?
You're in your vest.
It's not a vest, it's a top. It's hot.
Oh, I see.
Well, come on, Dennis, amaze me.
What with?
Dennis has an idea to save me from penury.
From what?
Going skin.
Oh, great. What is it?
Well, I was at the aquarium this weekend.
I'm not having fish tanks in here.
I shall go home in a minute. I've got lots of work to do, you know.
Oh, you know how to stick the knife in, don't you?
Well, now look, in the aquarium, they've installed these gadgets. You know the things, you pick up a telephone, you press a button, and you get recorded information about the fish that you're looking at.
Dennis, that's a brilliant idea.
Now, you put some of those in the museum, Harry. They are money spinners.
How will people know they're in it?
Oh, use your loaf. You put a sign outside.
I don't like signs outside.
No, that's it, a sign outside with something on it. Now, what could it be?
Come inside and blow your mind.
No, I don't think the old people would understand that, Jace.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the average age down here was 83.
Living history. What about that? Living history.
That is good.
What about it, Harry?
Why don't I just run karaoke nights and I'm done with it?
Oh, do get into the 20th century.
Well, it's all gimmicks these days.
Oh, yeah, like the newfangled steam engine.
I don't like gimmicks.
Well, gimmicks or not, Harry, it's put the aquarium's takings up 40%.
That's it? 40%?
Yeah, that made your eyes glaze over, didn't it?
Come on, then, let's go.
Let's not go anywhere.
Oh, you're just a bloody old reactionary, you are.
Bloody old skint reactionary. I can't afford equipment like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, thanks anyway, Dennis. If you get any other ideas that cost something to save me, I'd be interested.
Hey, listen, why don't you raise the money?
Where from?
A bank. Or is that too newfangled for you as well?
Well, Mr. Nash, that sounds quite an interesting proposition.
Good.
And I do know it's quite a sound investment on our part. Matter of fact, we've extended this facility to another local business.
Does it have fish swimming about in it?
Well, it does, as a matter of fact.
Actually, I got the idea from the aquarium. We're a very chummy lot, we traders, you know. We're always meeting up, exchanging bits of commercial chit-chat.
Oh, yes, I suppose you must do.
Well, is that it then?
Not quite, Mr. Nash. There is the matter of establishing you as a sound business risk.
Oh, well, I have been a customer of this bank for the past 25 years.
Have you?
Well, didn't you know?
I must admit I didn't. You don't come in a lot, do you?
Not a lot, no.
Well, a long-standing account is certainly a big plus.
Good. Well, is that it then?
No. I have to make one or two inquiries of a personal and I need hardly add confidential nature.
Personal? Why personal?
Well, because of your age.
What, how old are you?
That doesn't come into it.
Well, why should my age come into it then?
Well, to put it crudely, Mr.
Nash.
Nash, we would like to know that you're going to live long enough to pay back the loan.
I'm not Methuselah.
But we have to know that you're a sound medical risk. Now, just give us the permission to telephone for the information we need.
No!
Why not?
You're not phoning my doctor. And how far do you want to probe into my life, anyway?
I'm not the Inquisitor General,
You
Mr.
give a
Nash.
damn good impression of
Well,
him.
this is getting us nowhere.
You're dead right. Forget I ever asked. Oh, and one other thing.
What?
Why keep a cash dispenser out there when there's no bloody cash in it?
Some people don't believe in Father Christmas, especially in midsummer. Go to your Scottish Ford dealer to see two cars that prove them wrong, the Fiesta Duel and the Escort Duel. They come with sunroof and radio cassette, stylish wheel trims, unique metallic paint and livery. The 5-door Fiesta Duel is a gift at $7,995 on the road. The 5-door Escort Duel is just $8,995 on the road. So order your Duel now while stocks last. Christmas doesn't last forever.
Scottish Ford dealers, working a good deal harder.
Disprin dissolves away pain.
Bispo! No, it's your turn. No, not even for this.
Kids will do anything for the taste of Dairylea.
Some
Sometimes you feel hungry between meals. That's when you look for something that really satisfies. Snickers Ice Cream Snack. Real cream ice cream, fresh roasted peanuts, caramel and chocolate. Snickers really satisfies. Snickers Ice Cream Snack now has even more fresh roasted peanuts.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre now has even more fruit and even juicier raisins. Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. Never the same bite twice.
Can I help you at all?
Oh, yes. I'd like to see the manager, please.
I am the manager, Simon Redditch.
Oh, good. Well, I'd like to put a business proposition to you.
Oh. Well, would you like to come over and sit down?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Fire away.
Right. Do you know the Empire Wax Museum?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh. Well, anyway, we're thinking of installing a system of recorded information on the exhibits. So we'd be talking about, say, a dozen tape recorders?
Well, for a dozen, I'm sure we could offer some sort of discount.
No, that's not the proposition. You see, you give us tape recorders, and we give you free advertising.
How does that work?
Well, we have a sign outside and a sign inside saying in prominent lettering, electronic equipment supplied by Laxton's.
I see.
I mean, we get thousands of people in that museum, at least 1,000 a week.
So that makes 52,000 a year.
52,000 people a year, all learning about you.
Oh, well, that is an interesting proposition. Yeah, that sounds like a very attractive arrangement to me.
Great.
But, can't really give you a yay or a nay on it.
Why?
Because, I'm only really the acting manager while Mr. Laxton's on holiday.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. If you're not empowered to make decisions, then I understand.
Oh, well, I didn't exactly say that. Mr. Laxton did say, the ball is in your court, Simon.
So what's the problem, then?
Well, I'm not sure he included contingencies of this sort.
Youthism.
Pardon?
I suffer from it myself. I mean, I am the executive assistant at the museum. But when it comes to delegating responsibility, what the owner really means is you're not old enough for too much responsibility.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's not fair, is it?
No, it's not right.
I mean, we are the future, you and I, and they just won't give it to us.
No, they won't.
Still, if Mr. Laxton meant that only half the ball is in your court...
No, the whole ball, that's what he said. I mean, either he trusts me to make decisions or he doesn't.
Simon, you said. That's a nice name.
Thank you.
Don't forget the condiments, Dave.
I am not likely to forget the salt and pepper, am I? I am perfectly capable of putting the salt and pepper on the table without being told. Thank you very much. Well, you're so stiff-necked. You won't even accept a loan from a friend. I mean, all right, we can't afford the expensive equipment after your public relations exercise with the bank manager. But the system will work very well with just a few tape recorders. And it's not a lot of money.
It's more than I can afford.
Which is why I offered you the loan.
I don't accept loans from my friends.
Those beans look a bit stringy.
Hello. All systems go.
Oh, well, where did you steal those, then?
Well, that is. I did a business deal with Laxton's. Free tape recorders for free advertising.
And how are we going to supply free advertising?
Yeah, well, hang on a minute. I couldn't bring everything in at once. Dennis, give us a hand.
Well, where do you get those, then?
A friend of mine did them. Bass guitarist from the band.
All that crowd you play the tambourine for, what they call them? Comic punctuations?
Cosmic punctuation. Mind you, it's a strange name. I never understood that at all.
Dennis. Anyway, he did them for me.
He's as thick as 2 short planks.
He's thick enough to go to art college.
Well, I think it is staggering what Jace has achieved. I mean, fancy coming up with a deal like that.
No, there's something wrong. There's got to be a flaw in it somewhere.
God, you haven't got a good word to say for anything I do, have you?
Talking about good words, Harry, There's two little words you haven't said. The first one begins with T-H.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, please, don't go on. You'll have me in tears in a minute.
Yes, it's all coming together this now. We've got the equipment. All we need to do is get the information recorded onto these tape recorders.
Well, I can do that. It's no problem.
Is anything like your tambourine playing?
I've got a nice voice. I know how to speak.
Why don't you do it, Dennis?
Oh, no. I don't feel comfortable with tape recorders. They make me stutter. I don't...
You're doing it now, just thinking about it.
No, it's silly.
All right, Dennis, all right.
You want to do it, don't you? Show us how clever you are.
No, I don't. If any of us do it, it'll just turn out amateurish. That's where the whole thing falls down.
Of course.
What?
Professionals. That's what we need. We need Neil and Daphne Granby.
They look dead to me.
I didn't claim they were youngsters, Harry.
I don't think it's a very good idea, Dennis.
Oh, come on, have a bit of faith. Talent like theirs doesn't just go away.
Yeah, and you should show a bit more sympathy. I mean, they are the same age as you.
Well, I must say it's a very interesting idea.
Do you mean you'll consider doing it?
What say you, Daphne?
Well, I was thinking of Johnny Mills.
Why?
Well, he's still got it, and he's older than us.
There you are, young man. You've just found yourself two juvenile leads.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Granby.
Neil and Daphne.
Thank you. Neil, Daphne, thank you.
We couldn't pay John Mills money.
Quite. Not having an agent anymore, of course, it's...
We've never dealt directly with our own fees.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I've got a good idea. What about a couple of bottles of champagne?
Jeez.
We don't drink much champagne these days.
Magnums. I always wanted to send a bottle of champagne to your dressing room, Daphne, but I could never afford it.
What a sweet thing to say.
You know, when I saw you die in Camille at the Repertory Theatre, I looked down and I found I'd torn my programme in half. And your Sadie Thompson...
Did you see my Hamlet?
See it, Neil. I don't know how you managed to make him so introverted and yet so extroverted.
I'm glad you picked that up.
Of course, Mel Gibson's done Hamlet.
Mel who?
Gibson.
Daphne.
There was a Cedric Gibson.
No, Mel Gibson did all the Mad Max films.
Is he recent?
That's it then, is it?
No, there is one.
Oh, well, I haven't got the champagne with me.
No, the words. We do approximately have the same number each to say, don't we?
Oh, yes, sir, of course.
Splendid. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
I look forward to it enormously.
You know, it wasn't Cedric Gibson. It was Gilbert Gibson.
He was our stage manager on an inspector call.
No. That was Gilbert. We all used to call him Gigi.
I didn't.
Well, everybody else did.
Bless these two.
And as the thunder of the guns faded away, Admiral Lord Nelson lay mortally wounded below decks, his very lifeblood staining the boards of his flagship. One moment more of consciousness. His last words, "Kiss me, Hardy."
And that's the same bloke we saw outside the beach hut, was it?
I told you, he should have got to the West End.
But it was brilliant. Nice words. Quite moving, really. You did a good job there, Dennis.
No. Harry wrote the words.
You?
Yes.
Oh, you copied them from somewhere.
No, I didn't.
Well, why don't you talk like that more often, then?
I think like it. You don't have to be clever on the outside, you know.
Yeah, well, it'll make you a lot more pleasant.
You might try being a bit more pleasant.
Now, come on, you two. Don't start at each other. This is the big day.
Don't get delirious. We're still depending on that sign outside to drag 'em in.
Boy, is that a dig at my friend?
No, it's a reservation. I mean, we don't know how many of those happy little holiday makers can read, do we?
Yes, well, anyway, I've got to open up myself. So good luck.
Good luck.
Harry!
What?
There's a queue outside.
I knew this had to come in handy one day.
Oh, sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow.
away for?
Because it's closing time. I'm not having the public impinge on my private life.
God, I don't know how you've survived all these years.
Personal charm, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it wasn't personal charm that earned you this lot. 250 quid we made.
We?
Excuse me, mate. In case you'd forgotten, it was me that got all the gear. A lot of trouble I went to. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm too embarrassed to take that. That's you being typically over-generous, as usual.
That's it. Read the notice! All right. Look, can you read it?
A lovely time I had in Spain, and I come back to this.
No one's asking you to come back. Who the hell are you?
My name is James Laxton, and those are my tape recorders.
Yeah, I know. She did a deal with you.
Not with me. That idiot assistant of mine. I never should have put him on appliances in the first place, let alone left him in charge.
Yeah, but he said you told him the ball was in his court.
In his court? I wouldn't trust him with a ball in a playpen. So whatever's been agreed, it's off, because I didn't agree it. I'm taking my stuff back.
And the other one.
No way, that's expensive. I screwed it up, didn't I, Dennis?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I screw everything up.
Now, that's not true, Jace. I mean, you do go about things in a, well, individual sort of way, but at least you try. A lot of people don't bother. You should be proud of it.
Do you know something, Dennis?
What?
I really love you.
Do you?
I think you're the nicest bloke I've ever met.
Really?
It's like having a big brother, really.
Oh, come on. Let's go and have a drink.
Oh, you've not got much to celebrate, Harry?
Well, we all had a go, didn't we? Well, you had a go. You both had a go.
Hey, listen, what about a mobile exhibition?
No. They do too much walking. The little dummy's legs get tired.
I mean, there must be something else we can try. Harry! Harry!
You know me name?
No! Listen, we've forgotten the obvious. You've just taken £250.
Well, 240.
Well, 240, all right? All you got to do is buy some more tape recorders.
Yes, of course, it's no problem now.
No, I got a feeling this whole venture's got the mockers on it.
Oh, come on, Harry. You know, if you'd have been around when the wheel was invented, you'd probably said, oh, no, good will come of this.
I've been happy with technology, I admit it.
Well, look, there's nothing wrong with technology. I've always dreamed of having a laser display.
A laser display? Where?
Outside, in the road.
Why?
Well, so people know where my studio is.
Oh, you'd burn yourself to a cinder.
Oh, those sort of lasers don't do that.
Thank you, Professor.
Well, it was only a dream anyway, and I could never afford it, but you can afford the tape recorders.
Yes, I mean, £250 a day for a 5.5-day week, that makes 1,375 quid.
How come you can't spell, but you can always add up money?
Because it's a lot of money.
Nah, the novelty would wear off.
Yeah, by which time we'd be quits in.
We?
Well, you.
No, I've never been comfortable with your ideas.
Oh.
It was mine.
How much do you want to go and see who that is?
Oh, I'll do it out of love.
Now, Harry, I tell you what would be nice if things panned out.
What?
Well, you could give Daphne and Neil a proper little fee.
Look, we're talking about business here, not setting up a trust for old fogies.
Well, I would. And by the way, if things do work out for you, Jace will be very pleased, because he's been very much a part of this.
Who was it?
It was Don from Cosmic Punctuation.
Look, I've told you they're not going to rehearse the caterwauling round my place.
I know. He just dropped something round.
What?
His bill for painting the signs. Well, they weren't very
Give
good.
it to me. Well, that's that little scheme up the Swanee.
Oh. Never say die, Harry.
I'm not going to, Dennis. Listen. Thunder. You see, this high-tech is all very well. But you can always rely on the good old English summer. Look, here they come. looking for sanctuary. Oh! I knew you didn't think I was all bad.
There are some rare plants to be seen over on 4 in a moment from the most important surviving Victorian garden in Britain, whilst here on Grampian, British heritage is conserved at all costs in the comedy Land of Hope and Glory after the break.
A new mini-series beginning tonight on ITV.
You're nothing but a lover boy punk, Sant'Angelo. Remember that.
A sizzling family saga spanning 3 generations.
Start out with me, you're gonna end up with me. We're naming our kid Lucky. You're a cheap little tramp, a gangster's daughter. What are you talking about?
Damn you, Gino!
A sensational bestseller over 3 nights from the pen of Jackie Collins. Lucky Chances begins tonight at 9 on ITV.
What car magazine put this Hyundai above the Sierra 1.8 LX and Cavalier 1.8 Li? We think you'll like the sound of it too. The Lantra from the high-tech, high-spec Hyundai range. Sound out your dealer now, and it'll sound even better.
Milk chocolate. Kick. Wafer just for you. Kick.
Let the
So crisp and crunchy. Kick. Dairy ice cream too. Get a kick out of that. Kick. Get a kick out of that. With kick.
You in a bubble bath? Well, I always pictured you in a shower. I mean...
Who do you think has got the upper hand? Saturday Fun in the Upper Hand at 6:30 on ITV.
Well, just before our next programme, I must put right a bit of confusion from earlier on. The Grampian Television Boys Golf Tournament second heat takes place at Lossiemouth Golf Club this Sunday from 9 AM. They'd love your support, so if you're free, we'd like to see you there and not in Montrose, as was earlier intimated. For now, this.